Down on the sunny south coast, bank holiday weekend, beers flowing. What more can you ask for than 3 points? And that big, beautiful Aussie delivered on that, baby. Look, lads, before I get into the video, I need to apologise first and foremost for the lack of content for the United home game. I did film a video, it was all filmed, edited, but what this dickhead forgot to do was put his microphone on top of the camera, so the audio just sounded pony. And I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so I kind of want everything to be perfect, so I didn't bother uploading it. I'm going to put a few clips on now, which I took directly from my matchday vlog over on TikTok, so if you want to see that, head over there. But again, I put my hands up and apologise, boys.
Get in there! Get in there, you fucking
Two 2-0 away to Bournemouth on the third game of the season, and Tottenham travel back up the M3 with all 3 points, and I am buzzing. Look, I'm not trying to get ahead of myself, but those 3 games that I've watched so far, 3 unbeaten games by the way, have been some of the best football I've watched in a long time. You think we've been subjected with Nuno ball, Mourinho ball, Conte stroke Stellini ball. I've been subjected to it, so watching this football that we've been playing these last 3 games have been brilliant to watch. The outdated, mundane football we had to watch for those 3 years is gone, and Ange ball is here. It's genuinely crazy the difference a few games takes. I thought when we got Ange, I thought it was going to take a while to get into it. I know it's been the same everywhere he's gone. With Celtic, it took a while for him to show the football that he was playing, but it's just clicked straight away. And I'm buzzing on it. I think there's a few factors that are involved in that, and I think the main thing comes straight away from the midfield. Look, last season we had Højbjerg and Skip, and look, I think they're good players, but where is the creativity in that? The midfield that we've played for these first 3 games, Bissouma, Sarr, James Maddison, has just been worlds apart from what we saw last season. We saw a sheer lack in creativity last season. Signing James Maddison might be one of the best things I have seen. He is genuinely the most beautiful man in the world, and the creativity that he shows on the pitch is breathtaking. I love him. He's the player that we've been crying out for such a long time. I said in my video after the Brentford game, we've been crying out for a player like James Maddison since Eriksen went all them years ago, and he's just brilliant. His first goal in Lily White, and I cannot wait to see more because I know he'll score more. James Maddison was instrumental this weekend. The way that he played, the way that he carried the ball from his own half, driving forward into the Bournemouth half was amazing. You can see from the heat map up here, he had 100% take-on success, 14 passes in the final third. He was pulling the strings the entire game. And his goal came directly from the build-up of that midfield. The touch from Bissouma to beat his man. The layoff into Sarr, who played such a delicate ball into Maddison, who had the finest of touches to put that ball into the bottom corner. It was brilliant, and it's something we've not seen with Tottenham in a while. Look, last season we relied entirely on Harry Kane. No goals really came from anywhere else. But this goal, it just showed, didn't it, that the entire midfield was involved in the build-up for the goal. It's just brilliant to see. And just on that midfield, it's been an absolute joy to watch. Bissouma, wow. I'm generally running out of superlatives to describe him. He's been an absolute joy, and he's back to his best. He's back to that Brighton Bissouma which the streets fell in love with. He's that Bissouma that we thought he would be like when we signed him. Look, Conte, hands up, he had him shackled up last season, but Bissouma, he's fucking brilliant. He makes everything so easy to watch. Press resistant, brilliant at driving forward, so bloody composed on the ball. He's been playing out of his skin, and I think he's been up there with Rodri as the best defensive midfielder so far in the league this season. The first 3 games he's played, he's walked away twice with man of the match. And look, this is a very bold take, but I'm seeing serious Moussa Dembele signs in Bissouma, which is something I never thought I'd say. It's something I never thought I'd see in Tottenham again. We knew Moussa Dembele. The streets will never forget him. Bissouma regen? I hope so. Not just Bissouma either. Pape Sarr. Yaya Toure has fucking posters on his wall of Pape Sarr. The bloke is 20 years old and he plays football with such a smile on his face. It's brilliant to see. He's class. All three of them in the middle of that Tottenham spine. I love it. I genuinely love it. And look, I know we've all been begging to see Bentancur back, and he's expected to be back middle of September after his obviously ACL injury, which fucked us last season. But can you drop Sarr or Bissouma yet? I don't think you can, because they've genuinely just been playing out of their skin. And why change something which isn't broken? Anyway, let's get back into the game. 2-0 away to Bournemouth. Look, there's no easy fixture in the Premier League, especially when you go away from home on the south coast to Bournemouth. 2-0 away, you love to see it. Udogie was excellent in the build-up, and I think Ange's in-game management was spot on. Bringing on Højbjerg and Perisic was excellent. We needed a bit of experience in the squad, and it showed. Perisic's knocked to Udogie, who played that 1-2 with Sarr, who then knocked it back to Kulu for a delicate finish. Beautiful. And like I said, the goal came at perfect time. I think after that first goal, the game was a little bit flat, and we needed some of that experience to come on. Look, I don't think Perisic and Højbjerg should be starting. I definitely don't think Højbjerg should be starting. I think bringing them on when the game was a little bit back and forth really helped settle some of the nerves that some of the players may have had. And getting that goal in the 60-odd minute when it was perfect. And look, I want to take a quick look at the ratings because there's only one caveat there. And it's Richarlison. And it really is frustrating to me because he's our number 9. He should be scoring goals for us. There was a chance in the first half when I think he should have taken it first time, but he tried to cut back, and I think it's poor decision making really. Look, I don't want to talk about Harry Kane because he's not with us anymore, but Harry Kane gets a hat-trick in that game without even breaking a sweat. Richarlison just doesn't seem to have that killer instinct that Kane had. I'm hoping it comes with time, but there's only so many times I can sit here in front of that camera and say Richarlison needs time. He had an entire season with us last season. Didn't really score a lot, did he? And so far this season, he's had a few chances which should be buried. And he just hasn't had that yet, which is why his rating is kind of not up there with everyone else. I'm just glad that the goals are coming from elsewhere this season. One thing I did like was when Son dropped into that number 9. I think he was playing some lovely passes. And it's something I'd like to see. Look, we've been after Brennan Johnson. It's been the news the last couple of days. Will we get him, will we not? If we do sign him, I think I would like to see him out on the left. Some play in that number 9 position, then Kulu out on the right. But we'll have to wait and see in the transfer gods with that one. And now on to the next fixture. Tuesday night, Carabao Cup, Craven Cottage, Fulham away. Under the lights, we need to win this. I think it's no surprise Tottenham's trophy drought. It pisses me off probably more than anyone that we have not had a trophy since 2008. And look, last season under Conte, we really messed up by playing not our full strength squad. Because let's face it, we're never going to win the league when you've got teams like City in there. But these cup competitions are really won when we can get our hands on silverware. So I think Andrew will play full squad on Tuesday. And I'm excited for it. I think it'd be a good chance for players like Richarlison to go and get a few goals and really gain some confidence. But it's never going to be an easy fixture. Fulham was probably the team that I wanted the least. And lo and behold, we went and got them. But I'm hoping we can go out there and do the business because we've had a good start to the season. However, they're coming off the back of a 2-2 result against Arsenal. So they're going to be up for it as well. But I'm excited for it. I'll be there at Craven Cottage under the lights. Obviously, there'll be a matchday vlog over on TikTok. And of course, I'll put some videos up here on YouTube as well, my post-match review after the game. Let's hope I'm bloody smiling for this one. And so on that note, let's end the video here. We'll catch up in a couple of days after the result, after hopefully a big win for Tottenham. And I'll see you then. Come on, you Spurs.